Allies had to set up first. So the Germans were able to set up in a position that allowed them to kind of defend. What I want to do here during the reaction phase, basically this is where the non-phasing player can move units and do something so he's not just sitting there watching the whole game. He can move his ships and aircraft in released reserves. Released units move half their movement allowance. The non-phasing player's active air units can perform missions. I have none, as you remember, they were all taken care of by that fighter sweep there. Look on page 13, 7.0. The reaction phase is a chance for the non-phasing player to disrupt enemy plans with movement, overruns, and barrages. There is no combat segment. The only ground units that can be used are the non-phasing player's released reserve mode units. So I've released the 7th Panzer. The next time I play OCS, I'm going to be using these with index cards. I like what Battalion Combat Series did with their off-map cards for the stacks. All right, we're not going to do that. Let's put this back to 2T. You're seeing the pain of learning OCS. I think I only need to use 3T, so we would have... What I should have done was put a reserve marker on the SS, but I didn't know the Allies were going to go right in between here, so, I mean, how am I supposed to know, right? I saw an opening and I took it. It's really going to suck not being able to get that 7th Panzer. So we're only going to need 3T. That leaves us with 1 and 1. This. Hey, I saved a little bit of stuff because I want this artillery to barrage. This is still, I mean, it's too bad it's in move mode, but maybe I can dump something on these guys. It could cost a lot. Just realized I can only overrun. Yeah. So this marker was kind of stupid. I mean, I could move to defend. Oh, man. I tell you, the decisions in this game are something else. Like, why did I put the reserve marker over there? I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I thought I would move him up or something. He's not going to fight. I mean, I could try to overrun. All right, so we used the single unit fueling. I just paid 1T direct draw. I mean, it makes more sense this way. I still want to do a barrage. I don't really have anything else to release. I have this unit over here. I guess I'll release it and take that marker off. You don't want your units attacked with the reserve marker. Barrage, which we're gonna call that and do it right now because I can't resist this big stack. Range of 3. So if you go off of what we have a 4-point barrage here. So if you look at your column here, a 4 is going to be 2T of supply. So we're going to have to break. We're going to take 1T off of here. And then we're going to take this 1 and knock it to 3. As soon as I find that counter. There it is. Do we have more supply, you're probably asking. That is a good question. Have I just hamstrung myself? Over here we have 2. Yeah, we're good. We're good for defense costs. Motorized. Okay, so it's the French second motorized, and we're gonna drop it on here. So we need to count up. Let's see, shifts or anything like that. We do have a spotter, so we go 1 to the right. Let's take a look at REs in this hex. The density I might get this time. I'm just gonna separate this out so we can count this easier. This is why I should be using index cards for these formation markers. All right, so let's count this up. We're going to use the values as discussed on page, we're at page 8, 4.6. We don't have a multi-step unit. Battalions are 1/2. All other sizes are 1. Okay. Is there a density modifier? We're not going to have that penalty that we had in the air barrage because we've got here, we almost made 3, so we don't get a shift. So we are going to stay, we're at 4, you pay the 2, you don't pay what you shift. So we're going to shift over to the die roller and see what we get. We're looking for high numbers again. We got an 8. We got an 8. This is going to throw a wrench in the Allied plans for sure. I think we missed it by 1. I don't think we get a shift. Oh, God. I was thinking of the air thing when you're close 10 hexes. I got all excited there. It would have been a DG, and the target is disorganized. All combat units in a hex would have been in DG mode. That would have been awesome. I pretty much would have won the game there because that's all their attacking power. But we still have the first French motorized over here. Okay. That's all that we're going to do during our reaction phase. What a bummer. All right, we're going to be going on to the Allied Barrage segment next. So next video, we're going to cover that. This video was a little bit of a mess, mainly because I had to discuss all the options, but the reaction phase was kind of uneventful. This is a tough scenario because they stuck me in move mode, and I'm really bitter about that, but we'll get back to it later. All right, thanks for watching. I'm going to edit the heck out of this thing and get it up.